Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are watching from. This picture is funny. Look into that picture properly. Look at it properly. You will see somebody eating. Look at the person. And the person who shared this is trying to tell us that is Peter Obi in the midst of that. And I had to share it with one person, and the person said, this is fake. But I have seen other variations of this picture, other shots taken at the same location. Now, whether it's real or not, the fact is that Peter Obi can take such pictures. I know who he is. I don't know when he took the pictures, but the fact is that Peter Obi has been traveling and traveling. He has been seen mostly in the north, and he has been, I don't know whether 2027 campaign has started. Now, I'm going to read to you what an IPOB person wrote on this picture while sharing it. It is not my view, it's an IPOB person's view, and the person is learned. And let's see what we can make of it. Meanwhile, I have advice for Peter Obi, but afterwards, after reading this, I will share my advice with him. Please note, I don't say it is wrong for Peter Obi to sit with Northerners or eat with them. I don't say it is wrong, no. They are humans. They are fellow Nigerians. But somebody will begin to what is the motive? Is this something common, or is it for the sake of 2027 or the past election 2023? I don't know. It's just, for some, it's only funny. So this IPOB person wrote, he said, no Fulani or Yoruba will go this low just to be accepted by other Nigerians. Is it really a lower level? Or is it that he brought himself so low by eating with these people? Let me tell you the fact. This is very common with Nigerian politicians during election. So Peter Obi is not the first person to do it. Most Nigerian politicians, you see Atiku, you see Tinubu, you see Kwankwaso, you see Buhari, during election time, campaign period, they will go to the poorest schools. These schools are mostly in the north, it is found in the north. They will go there, they will eat and show you, they are very lowly people. They consider the poor. But after election, what happens? Meanwhile, Peter Obi might be different too. But so what I'm trying to say is this kind of picture is very common. It's very common. We have seen it. So it's not restricted to Peter Obi. So I don't see it as coming low, but there are certain things I want to look at. So the IPOB person continued. He said, the picture tells the pitiable condition of Igbo man in Nigeria. The Igbo man needs to keep proving to other Nigerians that he is a Nigerian. That one. Point did that one. As if other people are naturally Nigerians. They come out, they vie for positions. But when it comes to an Igbo man, he has to prove it. You know what Peter Obi was told by several people from the north during the election? They said he did not care about them, that he has not helped them in the north. Something like that. I've heard something like that. So somebody told me the other day that that is what Peter Obi is doing. And he has to go to places to be felt, maybe ahead of 2027. It's like he has started his own campaign now. So, but this IPOB guy sees it as if Peter Obi And like most Igbo men will want to prove they are Nigerian first before they will be accepted. Now, this guy went on, he said, an Igbo man will need to speak against his people and talk down on IPOB and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, praise someone responsible for the death of more than 3.5 million of his people. And maybe he's talking about Peter Obi, recent eulogy to Yakubu Gowon, the former president or head of state of Nigeria. He went on to write, don't forget that IPOB is a peaceful movement, yet he needs to bash them to be accepted by other Nigerians. But a Fulani man will gladly defend Boko Haram terrorists and Fulani herdsmen terrorists, calling them their misguided brothers, and even threatens that an attack on Boko Haram is an attack on the North, and still go on to win elections with Igbo elders, kings, and Ohanese supporting him. They will even give him an Igbo title in Ebonyi or Imo states. I think he might be referring to Buhari. We know how Buhari defended Boko Haram. Before he became president. And we have heard severally from security operatives saying, Buhari said they should not hold killer herdsmen, that they should surrender back their weapons to them. Severally security operatives will tell you that the president said during Buhari's time, soft pedal on these people. So, according to him, Igbos will quickly endorse such a person. But Igbos will be fast to criticize IPOB. That's what he's trying to say. Rubbish IPOB, just to appear acceptable. Igbos have to go that mile, do that hard work, rubbish their people, just to appear as a saint, as to be acceptable before other Nigerians, the North and the rest. That is what he's trying to say here. Remember, we are doing a review of what somebody wrote, and this person is an IPOB person. Now, let's continue to read on. He wrote, I remembered when Rosha Sokorosha was dancing around, okay. He spoke Hausa and Yoruba just to be seen as a patriotic Nigerian. But in that presidential primary election, he was disgraced. Wike was also disgraced. Prior to the election, Wike had problems with IPOB. Many felt he was doing campaign he was trying to tell the North, I am with you. He has to rubbish some people. Meanwhile, Wike said his problem was with IPOB, not Igbo. So they thought, or there are speculations that Wike was doing what he was doing to buy the support of the North. And what happened during the PDP primaries? Remember, Wike voted about 500 million naira to reconstruct a market raised by fire in Sokoto, where this guy was a former governor, the guy that was Speaker of the House, Tambuwal. Wike spent there, many saw it as a campaign, 500 million naira, so that they will rebuild that market. During the PDP primaries, Tambuwal took his votes, realizing he won't win. He asked his supporters to give it to Atiku instead of Wike. Can you imagine? So Wike lost, and his claws came out to destroy PDP. Meanwhile, let's focus on what we are reading. He wrote further, take a look at this picture and see what our brother is doing just to be seen as a Nigerian. That is this Peter Obi's picture you're seeing. If the picture is real, some are saying it's not real. But there are various shots of it. Now he wrote further, he said, the worst is that come 2027, he will be rigged out. And in 2031, the North will again take over. If they want to pity him, they will ask him to become a deputy to a northern illiterate. That's if he will still be relevant by then. This is terrible. Do you now understand how pitiable your condition is as an Igbo man in Nigeria? If this is not a life of a slave, then tell me what it is. The writer of this is Elochukwu Ahaji, a philosopher, teacher, and activist, 2024. Now, this end part, he wrote, he said, the worst is that come 2027, he will be rigged out. I will use this opportunity to ask our brother Peter Obi. In 2023, we saw what happened with the INEC, with the judiciary. It was a broad daylight robbery. Broad daylight robbery. Victory coming his way was snatched. He went to court, tribunal. At the end of the day, they still gave it to the person. Remember, those times, Tinubu has not come in. No. Now, Tinubu is in power. They snatched it away from Peter Obi. Peter Obi could not do anything. And the system that snatched it away from him is still there. No reforms. You know why many people voted during that election was because we were told it will be free of electoral malpractices. There are many things that happened. There are many things that happened that made people trust in that particular election and decided to vote. But a lot of people were disappointed. People like me that have refused to vote again, I will not vote again. Until the confidence is restored. I don't know when it will be restored. People like me will not vote again. Because whether you vote or not, look at what happened. Look at how the victory was snatched away. What has Peter Obi done to correct it? Because it is still the same system that rigged him out that is still going to be available in 2027. The same people. Mahmoud, INEC chairman, is still there. So earlier, after the election, I advised our brother Peter Obi that he should forget about Nigerian election. Things are not yet ripe. Well, it's not a force, it's an advice, and I have my own opinion. Everyone else can have their opinion. Peter Obi decided to, and it's like Peter Obi has started 2027 campaign. It's like he jumped the gun. Before the waist to pimp, he has gone. With the same system in place, Peter Obi, do you think you will make it? Help me ask our brother. I'm not worried about him sitting in the midst of. They are humans, he can eat with them. But, you know, what people will talk about is, what is the intentions? And some people feel you have to rubbish your people. You have to strive so hard to be presentable when it ought not to be so. Viewers, what do you think? Add your comment on the comment section. Let's talk about this. I'm Azuka OJ. Bye for now.